So this is a painting called May that I made in 2016. And May is my cousin. She was chosen as a young girl to be the model for the Pani of the Reef statue in Napier. When I made this painting, I wanted to think about what it might mean to make the statue a human again, to put May back into the image. And what is my role as the artist, and what do I bring to those pieces of visual information that already exist? My name's Ayesha, I'm Kaitahu and I'm Ngāti Kahungunu. So I wanted to be a filmmaker and I ended up going to film school. So I've ended up studying for a total of 9 years, which seems crazy, but it's true. I grew up a lot watching like cartoons, and I think that my style definitely comes from there. When I first started painting, it felt really instinctual, and I've sort of thought back a lot about all the art that's influenced me over my life, and it's always sort of come back to like early morning and after school cartoons. Working as an artist every day, well, I feel really lucky because I kind of get to set my own schedule. Normally I have about 4 or 5 paintings on the go at a time. The way that I kind of can get inspired, or the way that I sort of think about making work, is usually just asking the question like, why? If you kind of look up the way that the world's been made, or the systems that we have in the world, it's going like, well, why is that happening? Why is this happening? And for me, it's really forceful, and I feel it's very powerful and political. The types of things that I find inspirational is usually something that I want to push against, or something I want to interrogate. So this is a painting for Hastings City Gallery, and I've just been doing a lot of research around Kōrero, which is a native school for girls that was founded in like 1875. And I've just been kind of researching around all the agency that Māori women have. And this work is looking at Guy Rangi. She was interviewed about her experience of Kōrero, and she was sort of talking about how she would just love to see lots of Māori girls doing lots of amazing things, and not just like one girl as a doctor or one girl in politics, but like many, many girls. So this is kind of a painting for her. So I have 2 works in Toi Tū Toi Ora. One is called May, and I also have a painting called Mum. This is a painting that I painted of my mum, and it's based on a photograph taken in 1985 when my mum and my dad were on a road trip of the South Island. The photograph shows her first encounter with our marae, her journey home. My great-great-grandfather moved from Ōtākau as like a young man to find work, and he found himself up north in Hawke's Bay, where he met my great-great-grandmother. He was never able to go back home to Ōtākau because he died of the Spanish flu, quite young I guess. I know that my great-grandmother Hinnie has always wanted to go back to Ōtākau and to meet her cousins there, but it's like a long journey, cost money, and she had like heaps and heaps of kids, so it was really not possible for her to go back. So there is kind of this connection where I feel like me and my mum have been able to go back to Ōtākau and kind of fulfill the wishes of our grandmother Hinnie, and also to kind of lay respects to all of our rest of our family that are there, and to kind of have those worlds collide, I guess. I think there's so many different ways that people create meaning in the world or within artwork. For me, I want my work to talk to many different people in many different types of ways. I trust that my audiences, and the audience that comes from all over the country with all different types of lived experience, can find something within the work. I've found painting to be a great way to tell stories, and that being an artist is a service that I can do for my iwi to tell our stories, to keep our culture alive and to keep our culture strong.